Palantir revenue climbs 93% amid AI demand. The 149% US commercial jump shows companies treating data leakage as tomorrow's problem. Frontier Labs, counting on scraped tokens for the next model cycle, now confront a closing door. This forces OpenAI to either add binding no-retrain guarantees to every enterprise deal or watch deployment velocity shift toward platforms that keep data inside the customer's perimeter. Procurement teams at scale have 18 months to rewrite those contracts before the next training run begins. Spotify revenue rises 14%, reaches 300 million subscribers. Spotify's subscriber base hit 300 million, with revenue growing faster than the paying base because ARPU held steady. The per-sub economics now look more attractive than video platforms that still subsidize content at scale. Netflix faces pressure to either cut its originals budget or accept that music bundles will siphon incremental revenue away from its ad tier. The next round of bundle negotiations will show whether video services can match audio's contribution margin without raising prices again. AMD sales outlook disappoints after AI rally. A single-digit beat still triggered a sell-off because the AI rally had priced in flawless execution. Investors treated any number short of perfection as failure after the AI run-up. Lisa Su has a habit of guiding low, so the real test arrives in 12 months when actual AI accelerator shipments clear the conservative bar and margins expand faster than the lowered expectations allow. Rivals who celebrated the miss may find themselves recalibrating their own forecasts once the sandbagging effect reverses. Samsung reveals 3D memory roadmap for AI lead. The push into 400-plus layer stacks arrives just as AI cluster spending overtakes mobile demand. Samsung's memory roadmap now targets the AI training cluster directly rather than consumer refresh cycles. This forces Micron and SK Hynix to accelerate their own 3D stacking timelines or lose socket wins in the next hyperscaler refresh. Broadcom's collaboration on the 400-layer node suggests the pricing power in high-bandwidth memory will shift toward whoever ships first at volume, resetting margins across the supply chain. Waymo opens robotaxi service in Dallas to everyone. Dallas now runs without a queue because operations scaled past the pilot stage. Removing the waitlist proves the service can handle open demand without human backup at scale. This pressures Uber to either deepen its own robotaxi partnerships or see ride volume migrate to fully autonomous fleets in the next 18 months. Regulators in other Sunbelt cities now have a live dataset showing safety metrics outside controlled pilots, which could speed approvals elsewhere. Listen Labs in talks for $125 million financing. Voice feedback loops are turning into proprietary moats faster than anyone predicted. The real prize sits in the data rights. An Anthropic investor at the table means Listen Labs data could feed directly into model updates within months, sidelining competitors without equivalent access. This forces every other voice AI player to either cut similar deals or watch their training advantage evaporate by mid-2025. The gap between labs with exclusive data and those without widens quickly. NVIDIA Alliance releases AI agent defense proposals. OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic skipping the table leaves these proposals without teeth from day one. The alliance must now court smaller developers whose agent deployments won't set de facto standards anyway. Expect the big labs to launch their own security frameworks by Q2 next year, fragmenting the market further. Enterprise buyers will face incompatible agent protections and higher integration costs as a result. Smaller security vendors gain a narrow window to fill the gap before the majors respond. PC makers start using CXMT memory chips from China. Buyers hoped for discounts that never materialized. CXMT chips are selling at parity with Samsung, so this move is pure diversification rather than a cost play. HP, Asus, and Acer gain supply resilience but lose the price leverage they expected. Samsung now faces volume erosion without the usual discount pressure to defend share. Watch memory ASPs hold steady even as Chinese capacity ramps through next year. The pressure shifts to Samsung's margins instead of its market share.